Very well, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play E6, the Ark of Napishtim. Last time we began the game, we arrived in the island of Canaan, and we explored a little bit outside of the village where we first started. We don't really have much of a, objective right now, other than explore and find out why we're here. And I mean, we know why we're here. Apparently we were with some pirates. We wanted to explore this area. We fell from the ship, washed up here. And basically our objective is probably to get out. Find a way to return to Eresia. Hey there, are you up and about already? You were as weak as a newborn when we first rescued from the beach. Seriously thought you might be done for. By the way, my name is Largo. I might not look like that tough, but I'm a red-on warrior through and through. Nice to meet you. I'll talk. You should consider yourself lucky. If it was all who found you, things might not have been going so smoothly had the Chief of Silva found you instead. Chief is over by the suspension bridge to the northeast if you're wondering. Anything else? Okay. As for advice. About dangerous place. Advise you stay well from the northwest part of the woods. The wild beasts there are a fair bit tougher than anywhere else in the area. Yeah, if you watched last episode, they one-shot us. There's a barricade up, but I'm sure you could just jump over it if you wanted. Wouldn't recommend it though. About spirit monuments, it's just gonna tell us what save points are. Let's see. Spirit monument, been here since ancient times, and you can supposedly see almost blessing by touching one. You wanna try to find yourself anywhere. Yeah. So save points. Save your game. They fully heal you. That's it. That's all there is to it. Right. So now we actually begin playing the game and fighting. This game, just like we saw in the remake of 3. It uses the same combat system and the same moves. You got your 3-hit combo. Hang on. You gotta scratch my nose because, of course, noses have to be itchy when you record. Cannot be itchy before that or after that. No. So you got a 3 combo. You got a jump button. And you got this aerial attack here. And you got a down attack. Which, unlike in the remake of 3, it does not stun. They didn't implement that function yet. No, it's not this way. Okay. Then, there's another attack. We'll explain in a bit. Now, there's a bit of a split here. We can go down or we can go up. We're gonna go up first. And we're gonna be trading these paths quite a bit today. So, the 2 enemies here, there are these squirrels. They're easy. And then there are these guys that fly. These guys are a little harder. So you have to knock them out of the sky first. And then there are these dudes, which I don't want to mess yet, because they're way too strong. I mean, I'm level 2, but still. I do want to specifically kill the flying blade bugs. They sometimes drop a certain resource that I want. These things I don't want to mess with. I could kill them slowly, but see, the birds here keep dropping more, and you can't kill the birds yet. And there's also a chance, I don't know if we can see it, because maybe there's too many of them. I don't know if they will eventually stop bringing them. There's a chance, it's rare, but I've seen it happen a couple times during my playthroughs. They'll drop one of these guys that it's of a lighter color palette. And if they do that, you don't want to attack that, because it's like insanely strong. We'll see if it happens. I'll point it out. You can see it, like, because they will drop in. You'll see this thing being of a lighter color. For now, I want to try to kill these guys. See if I can drop that thing I'm looking for, and also to gain XP. There you go. A level up fully heals you, which is nice. Unlike in many other Ease games, you don't get your health back by standing still. Also, this plant poisons you. Thankfully, most of the times it drops the antidote for poison. It didn't that time. Here's the chief again. I see you're back on your feet. You recovered much more swiftly than I expected. Though you're still nothing more than a powerless Arisian, you must have undergone some manner of training. As I've said once before, you have no reason to thank me. Ola was the one who found and treated you, while others may have assisted. I kept my distance. As far as I'm concerned, you're an unwanted guest who should leave the moment you're able. Unfortunately, with the bridge in its current state, that island you see is called Canaan Island. It's roughly twice the size of this one, and its eastern shore is a stone town built by the Arisians. You'll be able to meet more of your tailless brethren there. For now, you remain stranded here. As you can see, the bridge is currently impossible to cross. This does not occur naturally. The rope shows clear signs of being burned. What's more, during the confusion caused by the bridge collapse, something very important to us vanished from the village. This was nearly a month ago. Naturally, we rather have no reason to do such a thing, which leaves only the Arisians as potential culprits. I doubt that you have any connection to this, considering that you washed ashore a mere 3 days ago. But surely even you can understand why your presence in the village makes the villagers wary, can you not? I will permit you to remain in the village until the bridges be repaired. However, all Anisha descended from Alma and their bloodline, that of priestess who have long ruled our tribe. Stay away from them lest you cause the village any more unease than you already have. Ah, you must be Adol. I've heard much about you from the chief. My name is Quoval. I'm a warrior and a hunter. Washing up the way you did must have been a terrible ordeal, and while it pains me to say this, you have my sympathy. The unfortunate truth for you is that those who end up here are stranded on the Canal Island forever. I know it's not ideal, but it's best that you face it now and begin adjusting to your new life here. You take some comfort in the fact that you're not alone. You should meet someone that many others in the same predicament. Though even that may prove troubling, with some issues between our races which have resulted in bad blood, you see. Chief Odom is unusually irritable lately, most likely it's because he's worried for his son on the other side of the bridge. Have anything to say about that? No. Alright. So apparently there's a red on the other side. Find more about him for sure. But right now, we're just gonna head back. So what other attacks does Adol have? Well, it does have this attack. Which, if you perform it correctly, does a lot of damage. But good luck performing it correctly. Oh, whoa. There it is. So that thing that this enemy just dropped, the plants can also drop it. Oh, there's another one. Nice. I'm gonna need 8 of those things later on. So if I can get some of it right now, that'd be cool. Sir, thank you. Now that I can kill them much easy. I'm level 3, right. I'll be level 4 by a certain point. Then I'll stop fighting things that I don't want to open level too much. But these things I will want to kill. You guys are gonna bring any shiny enemies? Well, let's see now that I'm on level 3. Maybe I can kill one of these just to demonstrate. You can't just do that. And they'll eventually die. Like eventually. Eventually, there we go, okay. Yeah, and that's it. I'm not gonna kill any more of these guys. They do give a lot of EXP though. So it might be worth it just staying here and do this. In fact, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna kill one more. So I think just doing one more will level me up. Not quite. We're right there, but let's just move on. We'll have to go up there anyway, but I can still dodge all the stuff. It's no problem. Alright, back at the split. We're gonna go down here. And I still cannot kill these plants in one down attack. So you have the running attack, which is, again, it's extremely hard to perform because it's a tap. It's tap and then press the... Yeah, there you go. Tap and press. Tap, press. There's a slight pause between, which is... You're gonna have to get used to it. Let's just put it that way. You will perform this attack at a certain point. You will have to do it. Well, I don't think it's mandatory to finish the game, but it's mandatory to get some very good items. So, yeah. But the most important thing about this attack, it's not really this attack, is the fact that you can perform this attack. And this is what you're going to use over and over. Now, I'm already level 4, which is what I want to be for this section. But we'll kill a few more of these guys. Ooh, they dropped the knot. Nice. And we see pretty much all the enemies of this area. Yeah, we're going to start skipping a few at this point. I got 4 of the metal that I want. And now if you go this way, if we restored, and we find Ola over here. There you are, Adol. I didn't expect you wandered this far into the forest, but I wanted to make sure. I didn't see you in the village, so I thought you might be lost. Looks like I did all that worrying for nothing. This area is called the Fountain of Prayer. It's a holy place to us, Reda. Legend states the water here is imbued with the breath of Alma, so we use it for both rituals and healing. I use it to purify your wounds as well. By the way, did you happen to see Isha on your way here? Couldn't find her anywhere in the village either. She did? I hope you'll forgive her. She really is a sweet girl, but she's twice as shy. You and I must admit that she's been behaving stranger than usual now. I wonder if she's keeping something from me. Oh, look at me going on and on. I shouldn't be worrying you with this. I'd like to take a look at a few more places she might have gone before returning home. Try to take it easier, right? Your wounds I've just healed, so don't want you to overexerting yourself. And she's gone. There's nothing we can do in this place just yet. But we can make a safety save. Now, we can return back to the village for a couple more things. Well, one more thing specifically. But, while we're doing this, we'll open the menu and show you a few things. First of all, we have our equip screen. We have our weapon, shield, and armor. This time, we only have 3 weapons and a bunch of shields and armor. In fact, our weapon will level up in this game. We don't actually get new ones. Well, we do get new ones, but it's not like the previous games we just buy new tiers, right? We have 1 accessory we can choose among a good amount of them. There's 20 slots here. And then items. Nuts recover 20 HP, Oni 50, and Herb 100. And this recovers poison status. Yeah. Now you can actually equip these. You can use them from the menu, from here, from inventory. But you can also equip them so that you can quickly use them with your controller. So that's cool. I believe my button for that is triangle right now. You can set that up anyway. Alright, so now we've seen that cutscene. I have 100 gold, so I should buy armor. Because there was an armor at the villain's merchant. Actually, the first armor. It costed exactly 100. So let's just do that. Oh, by the way, if you see Adol stuttering like this, that's not the game. That's my DualShock. The left stick has dead zone issues because it's old as shit. I should really replace it, but it works fine right now. So as long as it works, we'll just keep it alive. Eventually, I'll just buy another 80. I was about to say dollar, 80 euros DualShock, and that'll work fine. Because these things are 80 euros, at least the original ones, and I don't want to buy the crappy imitations, because I've had my experience with the imitations. They don't work very well. This DualShock I got in 2018. It was a second-hand DualShock from when I bought the PS4, and it's still working just fine. It's not for this annoying stutter that you see every now and then, because the dead zone is kind of meh. But anyway, Isha's here. Oh, do you need something? She is? Okay, I'll go and find her then. Alright. And that is actually a requirement for the next scene of the plot. We should probably equip the armor I got, because otherwise it would be useless. We bought it for nothing. But now we equipped it, and so we take a bit less damage. I have to see if I can find a way to fix the stuttering, because here's the thing. This game, for some reason, it doesn't like my DualShock. And if you try to play it with just the DualShock and nothing else, the menu is impossible to navigate because it thinks I'm just holding up for some reason. If you go to the controller readings, I believe it thinks I'm holding up left on neutral position. This isn't the only Ys game that does that. I believe Ys 3 did the same. Either 3 or Origin did the same. One of the two, possibly both. I think it's a problem for this games with this specific engine. But that's solvable, because all I need to do is I have to use DS for Windows to emulate the Xbox controller, And that works just fine. However, in there I'm able to edit the dead zones, and we'll see if that can actually help avoid the stuttering issue. Anyway, we're back at the fountain, and there's no music. You know what that means? Stuff is going on. Oh no! What? Alright, we got our first boss, Demi Galba. Ow. And all you gotta do is to just jump and attack. That's all you gotta do, really. Nothing else, and you avoid the attack. So you know what? Instead of me talking too much, ow! You stun locked me, bruh. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you listen to the jam that is the boss music. And hopefully I won't die. Hey, are you okay? That's good. I'm sorry. I thought you were a bad person. No! Ha! Sis? Thank goodness we made it in time. I gathered all the warriors and army here when I heard the abominable roar, but I can't believe the first calamity hunt in a decade ended so anticlimactically. Isha told me what you did for her, and you know, right when you did, I can't imagine what may have come to pass. I'm so very grateful to you for saving her, Adol. We call the monster you fought a wandering calamity. Numerous such monsters have appeared near here since ancient times, leaving nothing but destructions in their wake. It's been some time since the last sighting, 10 years ago, when 3 appeared at once. We were able to defeat them, but our victory was not without the loss of many fine Redon warriors. Young Arisian, no, Adol Christian. I'm deeply impressed by your actions. Ordinarily, weapons of steel are completely ineffective against a wandering calamity. Even if they were able to weaken one, defeating it would be physically impossible. The only way to pierce a stick shell is to use a special form of weapon. This was forged with an ore we called ML, which can be found throughout the Cannon Island. Its strength and resilience surpasses that of any metal brought here by the Arisians. All I was able to defeat that monster because the tip of the arrow she fired was made of the same material. Had I not weakened it first, however, I would not have been able to do so. I never heard of someone who was able to overpower such a beast without a weapon made of ML. He must be very strong, Adol. Adol, I have something that we should discuss with you. Come with me to my room. Uncle? Can still be. I'll be speaking to him as a chief of this village. You have no reason to be concerned. Come with me. Wonder what's going through his mind right now. Well, regardless of what it may be, I don't think you have anything to worry about. After all, you're the man who risked his life to save Isha. How could he possibly think lesser of you now? Thank you for coming. I have much I wish to discuss with you, but first I must give you my thanks. Thank you for saving Isha's life. She and all were my younger brother's children. They're both deeply important to me. Regrettably, he lost his life defending this village against the wandering calamities. It's been 10 years since then. If not for you, one of his daughters may have met the same terrible fate. Truly, I cannot thank you enough. I realize it might not be easy to do so, but I ask that you forgive my previous behavior toward you. To thank you are only the secondary reason why I'm taken and interested in. Majority care only for themselves, disrespecting the spirits and seeking to upset the peace of this land. Excuse me, I didn't call you here to impose upon my views. I assume that you remember the stone wall in the Fountain of Prayer's northern side. That was where the monster you fought emerged from. And as luck would have it, an underground path is hidden on the other side. It was built in ancient times and extends well below the ocean depths, connecting us to Cannon Island. Now my question to you is this. Do you intend to use the path to travel to Cannon Island? Of course! I suspected that you would. As I recall, however, your sword was broken during the battle with the Wandering Calamity, was it not? In that case, I ask you to take this. That is a sword crafted from ammo, and it will grant you the power of the spirit. Furthermore, tempering it will allow you to use a number of skills in magic. I believe a swordsman as skilled as yourself will have no trouble learning to use it at its full potential. I hesitate to ask for anything in return, but if you're able to reach Cannon Island, would you consider searching for our mirror? We call it the Mirror of Zeem. This is a white mirror which has been passed down from priestess to priestess. It was stolen from the altar in our home a month ago, on the same day the suspension bridge was felled. I think you're wrong to blame the Arisians prematurely, but we already searched this island from one end to the other. Thus, I do believe the chances of being on Cannon Island are high. I won't ask that you go out of your way to find it, but would you keep that thought at the back of your mind during your travels? Take care when traveling through the passage. Once you reach the town, my travel will do. No, it's nothing. Forget that I spoke. Alright. I think that's good enough for today. We defeated the boss. And we got a new sword. Next time, we'll try to get through that passage.